All right, over the next couple weeks, we're going to be working on this launcher project that you started researching last week. So, looking at our engineering design process, the identify the problem is pretty loose for this one, just because we're not at school. You don't all have the same materials. You might be launching something different. So, you're going to tailor this a little bit to your situation, whether you're launching a penny, a golf ball, a cotton ball, whatever that happens to be, and what you have at home to work with. You might be working with a paper towel roll and some rubber bands, or maybe you have a shop and you can cut some pieces of wood and make something. I'm not sure. So we're going to kind of go through the process here. You're not going to get to step 8. The last step really will be you're going to test and evaluate, and then you're going to upload a video of that as your final project. So just looking here, identify the problem. So typically this is done in a design brief, but you are launching some sort of device at a target. You come up with what that target is. You come up with what you're launching. So there's lots of good information out there about penny launchers or cotton ball launchers, golf ball launchers. You could launch M&Ms. I don't care what it is that you want to launch. You just come up with an idea that's going to work for you in your situation. So depending on what you have available at home is going to really dictate what you're doing here. So this note about class versus home, in class we would have very finite amount of materials, like this is all you get so that everyone gets the same sort of experience, but you use whatever you got at home. You decide what you're going to do there. So you're designing a launcher of some sort. You have to pick what you're going to launch. You're going to pick what your target is. Could be a piece of paper, could be a bucket, could be a bowl, whatever you have. And then what do you have available to work with? So that's kind of identifying the problem. Research. So this was last week. You posted some YouTube videos. Check out some of the ones your classmates posted. But depending on what you're launching, and your materials, take a look. Hopefully you have some of this stuff at home you can work with. But that's all you need to do for research. That is really done at this point. You can go back and look at some of your classmates' videos, or maybe you want to do a little more research. If you've narrowed into, yeah, I definitely want to do a cotton ball launcher, do some more research on that. Look at some more videos, look at some more online resources before you get started. When we look at developing possible solutions, if we do this in the classroom, typically you and a partner do 4 thumbnail sketches. So these are thumbnail sketches down the bottom right for a different project, a product or a package design project in another class I have. But they're real quick. There's not a lot of detail on them. It's just like, okay, this is the overall idea. Typically we use those as you meet with your group to plan on what the best approach is. So there's nothing due for this step. This is just going to kind of be all in your head unless you want to sketch some things out. As you look at those different things online, decide which one you want to go with. You don't have a partner you're working with, so you don't have to justify your decision. Just think about, what do you have as far as materials and resources at home? Does it make sense for you to go with this device? Okay, so nothing due for step 3. Select your best approach. So by Wednesday this week, the 20th, there's a Google form. It's an exit ticket like we've been doing, both used for attendance, and you get 10 points here. Identify what you're going to launch, so whether that's a golf ball, cotton ball, penny, piece of candy, whatever that is, and then identify the materials you have available. These are just 2 open-ended responses you're going to have here. You're also going to be looking at your drawing this week. So you may not have graph paper. You can put this on regular paper. If you remember, we used to do front, top, and right back in the classroom. I did my best to draw the little device that I designed. I did a front view and a top view of that. Yours may not look as neat as this. That's fine. This is 30 points formative. This is, you're going to build this device. Give me a rough sketch on what it's going to look like and upload it. That's wrong up there. You got to upload by Friday this week here. So again, a front view would be bare minimum. So this bottom view that I have down there, do that. Do it on graph paper. Do it on plain paper. Whatever you got to do, and upload that. A couple labels on there would be nice to kind of identify some materials. So this is me constructing my prototype here. Notice we did not have any good rubber bands in the house. My kids make these little rubber band bracelets, so they put one of those together, and we modified that. I used a little bottle cap down here to hold the penny. I have a little nail through here as a trigger, and you don't have to have a trigger on your device. This is similar to one we might design in the classroom. And then this is the little stop. So when you pull the trigger out, it hits right here, and then it flings the penny in that direction. So best you can, working off your sketch, you're making your prototype. Again, this could be wildly different depending on what you decide to launch. All right, so your prototype, this you can start working on it this week. This isn't due till the end of the next week. There's an exit ticket that'll be due next Wednesday, the 27th, 10 points. Just going to identify the progress you've made at that point. You might be done at that point, but it's just an attendance check and a 10-point formative kind of benchmark. Your step 6, your test and evaluate. Do a couple tests, make a couple modifications as you go through here, and then take a video, or have your parent or something take a video of you as you shoot your little device. I just want to see that in action. Keep the video short, like 10, 15 seconds. Otherwise, you might have issues uploading to Schoology. So don't take 5-minute videos and expect to drop those on there. But simple, you pull back the device, you shoot it, great. All right, I want to see the device. Short video. Probably gonna have you put up a still shot of yours, like I see down here. I'm gonna have that as a discussion. We'll talk about that in just a moment there. But your communicate results, that's as far as we're going to get, really. We're not going to be redesigning and creating an actual finished product here. It's really just a prototype and communicating results. So you're going to upload your video and a still image by the 29th. That's going to be 60 points. You're going to have a brief write-up in that discussion. Brief. 3 sentences, all right? Like, how did it perform? Like it shot well, I could hit the target, half the time, something along that line, or it broke, failed miserably. And what could you have improved if you had more time or additional resources? Like, for example, you had the materials lab at Hempfield, or you had more materials that you didn't have at home, additional time, that kind of stuff. So total will be 95 points for the week 2 of this. So week 1 again is just your exit ticket and your sketch, and that'll be 40 points total. And then next week, an additional 95 points for the video, image, and brief write-up of your design. If you need some help on this, please shoot me an email. Office hours are between 8 and 11. I'll get back to you as soon as I can if you're outside of those times. But we can meet over Google Meet if we need to talk some things out. Hope you're doing well.